Hello, BMW. All right, so let's go for a short little drive. Oh, hey, Miata. So for those of you who've been asking, yes, I still own the Miata. It's just been sitting out there. Really enjoy the Miata. Maybe I should replace it with something new. I don't know, but let's not talk about that right now. Okay, so to address one thing that some of you have been asking, how come I don't show the M4 very much? Well, to be honest with you, I haven't been driving this very much. One, it is wintertime, weather is crappy. You know, I've also been enjoying the Supra, you know, just as much as the M4. But, you know, the M4 is just such a fantastic car. This car is a lot better than I originally thought it would. No, it's not the fastest car in a straight line. But my first time driving this car on track, I was a total believer on, you know, the whole M car thing. This is my first M car, by the way. Totally glad that I went out and just experienced this whole M car thing that a lot of M enthusiasts have been talking about. But like I said, you know, if you are, you know, into the finer things and you don't really care about, you know, full-blown straight line speed, then yeah, an M car is probably for you. Yes, you can make this car really fast in a straight line with just a few bolt-ons and a tune, but you know, at the end of the day, you know, this is straight line speed is not what I bought the car for. You know, it's just for pure driving enjoyment. And I think there's more to cars than just straight line speed. So, you know, as far as the handling and overall balance of the car, of a specific car, you know, what makes a car great. And this car just fits my needs. You know, it checks all the boxes. You know, if I wanted a straight line car, I would have bought a straight line car. But last thing I want to do ever again in life as far as car ownership is to buy a one-trick pony car that's only good in a straight line. Now, in comparison to the Supra, the rear end on the M4 feels, you know, more stable than the Supra. The Supra is just a little bit more, I don't know, snappy is the better term, less unpredictable than the M4. But man, this M4 is so much fun. I don't know what it is about this car, but just something about this car just invokes some emotion. Roads are slightly damp right now. But I just love this DCT, just how quick it is. You can feel that clamping force in between gears. Absolutely love it. I don't know, in comparison to the Supra, this transmission just feels much more sporty, more mechanical. Just, I don't know, just an overall better feeling. Now, with all that said, you know, I got a lot of love for this car. I am still willing to, if I find a good deal, don't go car. If I find a good deal on a G80 or G82, M3 or M4, I'm willing to let this go. Sorry to tell you guys, but I don't think that's going to be anytime soon because, you know, the prices on the G series or the G80, G82 is still a little bit up there. You know, with interest rates up, you know, right now. You know, I don't think that's something that's going to be in the cards for me in the near future. I really love this thing. Car is bone stock other than a mid-pipe, nothing else. And you guys might think I'm crazy for saying this. I don't really think this car needs any mods. You know, of course, if you're going to mod this car to be a straight line car, of course, you know, only a few mods, and you can make really good power with this car. You know, downpipe, E85, and a tune. You're going to be making great power. But other than that, this car is just fine the way it is from the showroom floor. The car does sound, I don't know, it's not my favorite sounding, you know, car or engine. I think they're a better sound. I honestly think the B58 sounds better than the S55, but I don't know. Also, one thing I really like about the CS is the suspension's actually really good. You know, when I took this to the track, you know, everything was very compliant. I think these dampers are the same as the competition models, so don't quote me on that, but I think they are. I think I read that somewhere. But very compliant on track. This is what the car is made for. One thing this car needs is a little bit more camber up front. I got the car aligned. You know, looking at the front suspension and the alignment settings, there's no front camber adjustment as far as I know. You know, a set of camber plates would go a long way, in my opinion, I think, you know, with handling on this car on track. But on the road, it's just fine. But I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon because those cars are still very, very expensive, especially for the version that I want, the spec I want. You know, we're talking about 90, 100, well over $100,000. For the version that I want. You know, I really want the bucket seats. I don't think that's going to happen. But, you know, I'm fine. I'm content. If I can't, you know, pull... Actually, I really could if I really wanted to. But if I'm willing to spend that much money for a model with the bucket seats, competition version, you know, then, you know, I might have to do what I have to do. I think the interior is much more modern. This interior, like I said earlier, is a little bit, you know, it's dated, but, you know, it's still very, very functional. But I really like the new interiors. Other than the instrument cluster, I'm not really fond of, you know, the funky cluster. You know, I'd rather have analog clusters, but, you know, it's technology, right? You know, we got to move forward. But it is what it is. But, man, this car still makes great power. You can already feel the back end kicking out. The roads are damp right now, and it's 45 degrees out right now, so no real hard driving on the road right now. Yeah, you can feel it already want to kick out. But we're on summer tires. We're not on all seasons. Definitely not on winter tires. And we don't get that much snow here in this area. So, you know, if it does snow, it'll snow for like a week and then everything melts. And besides, you know, I could just work at home and it's no big deal about getting to work. And everything shuts down in this area, you know, if it does snow. We are in Sport Plus. The suspension's in comfort mode, steering's in comfort mode. That's what, you know, that's my preference so far. That's what I like. I think if you put it, the steering in sport, I just feel that it feels just overly stiff, just stiff for no reason. It doesn't provide any more feel than comfort mode. Suspension is fine the way it is, soft. I don't really feel much, you know, difference as far as the firmness with the EDC. So I just leave it in comfort mode. Ooh, bumps. But other than that, I really like the compliance of the suspension. Like I said earlier, the dampers are really, really good. It's firm, but not too firm. You know, your grandma is still gonna feel comfortable, you know, sitting in the passenger seat and not feel like it's overly harsh. These dampers feel a lot better than a lot of the expensive coilovers that I've had in the past. You know, with that said, you know, I just want to take this car and enjoy it. I should have drove it more during the summertime because, you know, it is winter and, you know, we are in that rainy season, even though it's not raining today, thank God. But, you know, with that said, let's take some pictures out here. We are at this museum, submarine museum. I'm gonna get some shots here later on because the sun's about to go down. It's only 4 o'clock, or it's not even 4 o'clock. You know, I got this car for a good deal. I've seen regular competition model, you know, M3s go for a lot more than this, and M4s go for a lot more, and they're not even CSs. So, you know, one of the reasons why I got this car in the first place, you know, I just couldn't pass up, you know, the deal. And yeah, that's why we are driving an M4 CS. I don't see too many of these for sale, especially in this color. Put the windows down. Let's hear that mid pipe, which honestly really didn't do that much as far as sound. It brought it up just a little bit. Oh, it is cold. Damn, I love it. I love this freaking car. Sorry, not gonna drive it hard today. Not on these damn roads in 40-degree weather. That back end just loves to kick out. Now, one thing about this car, I will say, it is very easy to control that rear end. When that rear end kicks out, it's just so easy to control. I don't know what it is. Just look at that. Love it. Yeah, fuck it.
Later.
You know, while we're here, let's see how the Supra does doing a couple of donuts and stuff. I know it's a little dark, but you get the point. Yeah. Let's try one more. There you go. There you go. Not bad. All right, guys, check this out. You guys will not believe this. I found my old